Grace be unto you and peace from God our Father and from the Lord Jesus Christ. I was glad when they said to me, let us go into the house of the Lord. I'm Father Steve Sellers, and thank you so much for tuning in today for this brief daily message of hope. I was reading this morning from Mark's Gospel, chapter 4, the wonderful story about Jesus and his apostles on the boat on the Sea of Galilee at night when a big storm arises on the sea. And Jesus is asleep at the back of the boat. And of course, the apostles are in a total panic. They wake Jesus up and say, don't you even care that we're about to perish? And then Jesus gets up and said, don't you have any faith yet? And to the wind, he says, silence. And to the waves, he says, be still. And then Mark uses a wonderful phrase where he says, and there was a Galilei megale. There was a great calm right in the middle of the storm. A great calm. Megale gives the impression of being a gigantic calm. Now those seem like they're mutually exclusive, don't they? A great, huge, big calm in the middle of a great, huge, big storm. Well, it's the peace that only Christ can bring in our lives in the middle of the storms of our life. He can cause a calm, a peaceful presence beyond anything the storm can raise against that. Calm sounds pretty good, doesn't it? To have a day that involves peace and calm and not such huge storms all the time. That actually sounds very good. I was also reading today from an author I'm getting to know a little bit, Joshua Becker, who is an author, a public speaker, and he's the founder and editor of something called Becoming Minimalist. He inspires others to live more by owning less. And he had an article that I looked at this morning called Simple Ways to Bring More Calm into Your Home. And before I mention the things he suggests, let me say the best way to do that is to invite into your home the one who can bring the great calm into the midst of all the storms of your life. And that is the Lord himself. Invite him into your home. He is the giver of peace that passes our understanding. He is the one who can cause that to happen. Now, there are things we can do to help foster that along. And Joshua Becker says, first of all, get rid of 33% of your clothing. His presumption of that is that we own way too many things anyway. Just get rid of a third of them, of your clothes. He said, be intentional with the purpose for every room in your house. Make every room have a specific purpose. And don't overlap purposes. Keep it simple. He said, I love this. He said, reset your living room every night so you don't bring yesterday's clutter and garbage into the same situation. He said, find 5 to 10 minutes every night to change your living room up. I love that. Own fewer toys. We adults have far too many toys. You know, we're just like little children with our collections of things. He said, own fewer things. He said, clear off your countertops. And I'm just looking over at mine. I've got some work to do on that. And identify places where you keep everything and keep everything in its place. He says, tackle 1-minute projects immediately. Choose meaningful decorations. Keep your garage tidy. Yeah, that's really going to happen. And then complete or discard unfinished projects. There are all sorts of things we can do to bring calm into our lives by getting rid of the things we don't need, but primarily by inviting the one into our lives who can bring the great calm into the midst of the storm. I hope you have a blessed day today, and God willing, I will see you here again tomorrow.